Hey guys, welcome yet again to another Loomian Legacy sweep. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we got ourselves a Meditoad sweep. Meditoad is a very unique Loomian, and I kind of wanted to give it a go since I don't know if anyone has ever used one of these before. I'm talking sarcastic here a little bit here, don't worry about it. So I don't know if anyone has ever used one of these before. It's very rare for me, so I decided I wanted to try and see if how powerful this thing is and give it a go, cause I feel like might as well. So, Meditoad is an electric mind type, very cool typing. It has a very interesting abilities, and it's even got its cool little signature move called Cycle Slap, Slap, or Cycle Slap. I think it was. Now, all of it from compared to all its abilities, Watcher, Spectaculation, and Sly, oh god, I can't even pronounce his name almost. Specialization. That's what I'm going with. The word. It's probably the most common ability that a lot of people go with. With basically what it does is the less moves you have on this Loomian, the stronger the move gets. So essentially, if you have one move, it does, or actually, let's say if you have four moves, your moves does like normally. But if you have like one move, that move does more damage compared to anything you have already. So I don't know. So I wanted to try and see if I can use the ability and obviously its signature move because I wanted to try it out and see if I can get my hands of a Meditoad sweep. Now look at also its stats. It's very quite unique. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but it definitely has its unique stats. It has basically 99 for health, 92 for melee defense, 95 for melee attack, 96 for range defense, energy or 86 for energy, 99 for range attack, and 43 for speed. So it's has a very weird balanced stat. Let's just say that. So we wanted to try out and see if I can manage to get a sweep using its powerful Psycho Slap moveset. Since I wanted to give it a go. Now, you probably expected this sweep would be a lot easier because, I mean, let's be real here. A lot of people goes with the common specialization one-hit spam. I mean, we know that Electro Punch and Psycho Slap is the most common people use, and it's always like one of those moves that one-shot everything. So we might as well see how powerful it is. And you're probably expecting this sweep would be a lot easier than you expected, but turns out you're gonna be surprised in this video obviously. So hope you guys and girls are gonna enjoy this one, and that's pretty much it. Actually, since we're here, we do have the little explanation, a few things to talk about, especially what happened yesterday for me at least. Now, if you haven't heard of one of my few latest videos a couple months ago, I did a reaction of the Pixelmon reaction channel called AFMAO, where I watched a little Let's Play. Well, I talked about the gunshot the little accident, let's just say that. But this time it happened again, but this time it was a bomb again. So, I mentioned this on that video. I don't know which one. I probably will leave it at the end of the video. You can watch one of the me talking about it if you want to. But basically, yesterday, around 22:08, somewhere around there, it's just randomly started to have a random explosion in the back, and there was a bomb. So, yeah, don't know what is going on out there, and hopefully this person gets arrested as soon as possible. But that is something. Hopefully the cops will find this person. I don't know if it's a him or a girl, but I'm assuming most people it's a guy who does this. I don't know, but that's my little prediction. Anyways, back to the video, and yeah, actually that's it. So yeah, hope you guys are going to enjoy this one, and yeah, let's get into the first battle. Alright, so let's jump into the first battle here, and this battle is going to be interesting because, actually all the battles is going to be interesting because in the sweep, we're just gonna actually we're just basically gonna go straight off the bat because the strategy worked a little differently than normally how I'd go with a single battle sweep, but this time we're not gonna do one because we're gonna be doing it in a doubles battle. It's been a while since I've done that. The last one we did was I think it was a year ago when I did the land torch sweep, which you should probably check it out if you want to. And we basically gonna do this in a doubles battle. So hope you guys and girls are gonna enjoy this one, and hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy it. This one was a pretty complicated because we had to restart a new bait team, and this is the best one I could think of. So without further ado, enjoy the battle and enjoy some salty moments. asked for salt, I didn't mean to me get salty. I asked for the opponent to get salty. I got the wrong order, and unfortunately, I got the fail. So yeah, unfortunately, the thing is, I'm totally okay with that fail. I did a very good attempt. Unfortunately, the whole sweep could have ended a lot more easier if I just took out the Hunter instead of the Iguana. But regardless, it was totally okay. And this time, people, we're going to show you an actual sweep. So I hope you guys are girls are going to enjoy this one. And yeah, it's time for the Meditoad sweep. Enjoy. Okay, I'm a little bit salty because that stupid clutch plushie on that Ikazune. Like, why would you even run the clutch plushie on Ikazune in the first place? Either way, that was a big fail, and this time, people, we're not messing around. We're actually gonna get this dumb Meditoad sweep. As you can see, this sweep took me a long time to get it, and eventually we got it. So this time, we're not messing around. We're getting an actual Meditoad sweep, and hope you guys and girls are gonna enjoy this one. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the sweep. Alright guys, so hope you guys have enjoyed today's Loomian sweep. Now let's take a look at this Meditoad build, and let me tell you the full team and the little strategy that I came up with. And that is pretty much it, all I can say. You expect something a little else there? Well, I could say subscribe and like the video if you wanted more. Is that you want me to say? I don't know. Anyways, so this one was a very brawny, clumsy slushy set with Mind Ascends as the item to boost our Psycho Slap, and we obviously have our Specialization ability because, you know, we were obviously running only one move, duh. The TPs we're running were max health, max attack, and the rest that I give it 100 for the melee defense. It's because the team I was using were most likely running a more of a ranged defensively set, so obviously I didn't really need all of them to be ranged defensively bulky. So I just run 100 on the melee defense because of it. Now, the second Loomian I have was the two bait users. One of them is Wiki, the first one. This one is a frail, clumsy, very clever set with Health Amulet as the item. We got Compliant. Okay, I already forgot the name. Oh my god. Sometimes I forget some of these words. Hold on. Oh, Compliant. There we go. So we have the ability Compliant. Don't upset me. Okay, don't upset me. All right, just go with it. This one has photosynthesis or photosynthesis. Photo. Yeah, you get the idea. We got brace, sap plant, and bait. So the strategy is simply go for brace, then go for photosynthesis if I have to. But in case, most likely I will use is brace first, then just bait. And in case I can heal, I'll go for photosynthesis or sap plant in case I can't do anything about using my wiki. And in case my opponent wants to go for only my wiki, I can rely on using sap plant and have my next bait user to deal with the one who took me out. The effort value I run was max health, max defense max range defense with 100 on the melee defense. Pretty much that. And the second Loomian that I have was Hognosh the John Pork. I couldn't really figure out any other names. I mean, this is literally the only pig name I could think about, so I just named it like that. We got a robust, very clumsy, clever set with Pearl as the item. In case we versus anyone who wants to use a Earth type Loomian or any Earth type spammers. We got we didn't really have to work on too much of its ability. We run Kadai. I'm not gonna say its name anymore. But I didn't really have any. I have no reason to use its ability because none of its ability were really that useful for today's sweep, so I decided not to do it. The set was just to use bait and rejuvenate, and if in case if I can use bulk up to boost my defense, and then I can bait, and there it goes. Pretty simple. I didn't really have any use of fiery foundant. No, I have no use of this in this battle because that was my only attacking move when I ever valued it. This one was also max health, max range defense with 100 for the melee defense. And that is pretty much that. The third Loomian I used was Weaselan. Pretty much this one was a frail, very robust, clumsy set with the item Heavy Shield. I just wanted to run something a little more bulk on the range defense, just in case. We have the ability Rush Hour, which it'll get 50% more speed on the very first turn, and then afterwards it just loses it. Now that was something I came up with, this little strategy of mine, and I came up with this little set of mine just to trick the opponent. Now I have Scapegoat, Tribute, Teamwork, and Bait. Now, this is a little something I came up with, this little idea of mine. Now, what I did this time is I named it Get Baited, just to troll the opponent. Now, the strategy was simply just to trick the opponent to predict me go for a bait on my Wiseland or Wesleyan. However, this strategy was supposed to trick the opponent so I can go for teamwork, boost my Meditoads, give it a slight boost on its power, which essentially turns Meditoad to a semi-truck. Or hits like a semi-truck. Unfortunately, they didn't one-shot most things, but it still did plenty of damage on the first battle. After that, then I can only use bait or... Actually, that's it, really. It's just use bait or tribute if I ever feel like to. The effort values I run was max health, max defense with 100 for speed. Make sure I'm as fast as possible, fast as possible, as well as I'm bulky enough to withstand the melee defense. I know it's not a very bulky Loomian, obviously, but I decided I wanted to try and run something a little more supportively, and you know, it worked out pretty nicely. The last Loomian was Banana Power or Banana Fino. I really wish I could use this one in battle, but unfortunately, the thing is, he didn't really do much at all. I've tried to get a harvest to heal my Meditoad, but my opponents keeps outspeeding me, and it keeps taking them out. So unfortunately, I couldn't use Banfino, unfortunately, in this battle, or today's sweep. But eventually, we might use you again. As long as the opponent stops outspeeding me, that'll be nice. But in case you don't remember what the effort values I run, we have a Frail, Robust, Clumsy set with Milkshake as the item. We gave it Sly as the ability. We have Sap Plant, Charade, Maroon, and Harvest. Most likely we're only going to 100% use Harvest only. We also have Charade. Well, actually, these are only move for range defensively, supportively. Or this is more of a... Charade is there just in case we need to use it on something that we need to hit something with a range attacking move. Sapland for a little bit of a coverage, and then Harvest just there to spam. Maroon is just there also in case in case I fail to sweep and I just have to have some sort of strong damaging move. That's it. Now this one also run max defense or max melee defense, 110 for energy, 100 for health, and then 90 for range defense. And after that, that is pretty much it. That's seriously all the little teammates and a little explanation I ran. Unfortunately, we couldn't really use of its electric type moves, but then again, we only were running its signature move. Which, speaking of which, I have to say this thing. I have to say it, okay, guys. Loomian Legcay has first nerfed the bait move. Probably one of my most useful sweeping move I ever used. And they got heavily nerfed because of it. A lot of Loomians who learned the bait got heavily nerfed. Now, they also nerfed electric type's special effect, Paralyzed. Yes, and I don't care what you people say. That was an L for me, because that is not what I expected from the Loomian Legcay. They only removed the special Paralyzed effect, and instead made so you can not regain a little energy for each turn. It doesn't give you a little slight energy boost or a little recovery. It just stops. And then that's it. At this point, it's just basically the old version of Loomian Legcay, where the time when the energy never got a little recovery for each turn. So basically, it's like that, but it's just paralyzed. So essentially, it's an old. I'm just disappointed of you, developers. You did the electric type Loomians dirty. In fact, you did my Geklo dirty, because now, something I'm going to bring up is now my Geklo, the Geklo that I have been hunting for, or used it for my Gleaming hunting now, has now lost basically its value, because, where are you at? I think it's like, where's my Geklo at? Oh, there it is. So yeah, so now my Geklo, my Gleaming hunting Geklo, has literally lost its value to even use in the Gleaming hunting. And that's disappointing, because I am have used him for so long, and now developers have decided wanted to nerf the Paralyzed and make it, well, whatever they just decided. So it's been used for over almost 6 years now. Actually, it's been 6 years they've been using it almost. So that's unfortunately. So developers, I appreciate if you could bring it back, perhaps, and stop being an idiot. All right. Not apologizing. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm disappointed, okay? And stop changing the Loomians, okay? Or just stop changing a lot of things, okay? Focus on the next update for this game, and stop wasting our time with events, okay? You're boring us, okay? We don't want you, okay? We don't want that, okay? Any PvP player wants to have anything change, well, that's you. But I am disappointed of you, Loomian Legcay. At some point, I might dislike the game. So yeah, you better stop wasting our time and actually give us the next route. Because I am actually quite bored of you changing so many useful things about this game, okay? You made bait useless and made it complicated to use it and made Paralyzed, well, not paralyzable. In fact, from now on, I'm not gonna call it Paralyzed. I'm gonna name it something very boring and silly. I'm naming it Battery. Alright, so people in the future, if you're wondering why I call it the Battery, it's because it's simply it's like a battery, okay? That's all I'm gonna name, okay? It's a battery. It's a battery effect. Because if developer wants to change, then I'll change it too, okay? So it's not longer a Paralyzed anymore, it's a battery. That's all I say. Anyways, without further ado, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and that's pretty much it. So like and subscribe if you want to see more of my sweeps. And I know I've seen the last video, and I am actually surprised you guys actually liked the video. And obviously, someone comment down below. So you know what that means. We're gonna have to do a Scorp sweep. And I'm not gonna be proud about it, but I'm gonna have to do it. So for you guys wondering, when I did the drone sweep, I promised you guys that I would do a Scorp sweep if we hit around 10 more likes and a comment. And as promised, you guys delivered it as I promised you guys that I will do it directly. And you guys seem to want me to do it. So that is gonna be a big, painful sweep to do, but you guys are going to ask for it, and I will do it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed. Check out some of my other videos. Obviously, don't get a lot of attention anymore, and I have like 0% of my comments. Well, comment anything on my channel. So if you would like, comment down anything, and I should try ask anything around there. Also, if you have any suggestion what you want me to sweep next, let me know in the comments below, and I should try my best to sweep it. If you have any questions or what Loomian you want me to sweep, then tell me, okay? Anyways, I'm tired now. I haven't drank a lot today, so I'm kind of getting thirsty. I don't have any water around me, so I need to get dehydrated soon. So yeah, take care, boys and girls. Subscribe. See you guys next time. And as always, stay lucky out there.